Message from the streets. Today's topic, a difficult topic, controversial topic, but need to be spoke about. Previously in my videos, I was calling for so-called successful black men and black women to step up to the plate and start to give back to the community as far as opening up schools that will teach a particular curriculum to help our young people move in a better direction than what the public schools have done, because those schools have failed the so-called black community miserably. And I seen a video yesterday and it made me think that it's not just that our people need to get back in the sense of successful musicians and actors and people that so-called blacks have supported. The people or institutions that the so-called blacks have supported more than any other since so-called blacks been here in the wilderness of North America is the church. The church owed so-called blacks so much, it's unbelievable. And when we look at the receipt, they haven't done what they're supposed to do, especially in these days and times when they made these deals with these mega churches and things of that nature. This coalition, they got a coalition of churches, and you can't go on a certain type of outline what you want to speak on if it's contradictional towards their guidelines. But what I'm talking about is that the so-called blacks have given millions of dollars, probably billions of dollars to the church since the church has started operating on every other corner. And you cannot name one free school that the church has opened up for the people. Why do you have to pay to go to a school to teach about the Bible as a part of its curriculum? In the Catholic Church, you got to pay. The interesting thing is that in the so-called Jewish communities, their religious perspective is a part of their culture. Islamic, you have to learn about the Quran. And this is why these people have a stronger foundation in what they believe in. So this is where the Protestants, when I say the Protestants, I'm talking about the Methodists, the Baptists, the AME, all of these churches have failed the black community, so-called black community, because they do not offer institutions as far as schooling that the common everyday so-called black person can go to without paying some great tuition. The tuition had been paid by our forefathers that had been given and sowing and putting tithes and all that. Yeah, you putting more, you get another church and the church is getting bigger, but the church, we are the church. This is what the doctrine teaches. We are the church, and you're not sowing into us. The people are sowing into the building, but the church itself, the governing factors of the church, they're not sowing back into the people properly. Yeah, they can give Brother Johnson and Brother Murray a turkey here, help them pay a light bill or something here, there. But the real thing that we need grocery stores. We need church, banks. We need schools, education system. Really, it's the education system to catch the young people till they can have a foundation. Because if they don't go to church on Sundays or Sunday school or whatever, or the vocational Bible school in the summertime, their slate is going to be empty or very, very minute besides what they may hear from here and there and there and there. We need the church to step up in 2023, start building schools and stop building churches. You got these, or even you building your churches, you have to have a school on your property for children free to help this situation. That's it, and that's all. We got to start somewhere. We got to do something different. See, these churches have taken on the operation of organized Catholicism. They doing everything that the Pope and them do. They say they broke away from the Pope, but they still have the operation of Catholicism, and they are misusing funds that the people are providing on a daily basis. Some people get their taxes, they get their 10%, they give all they give. And what has the community received for this? Because the church is supposed to be a pinnacle in the community that help those that are on the wayside, that's gone astray. But the church done left them over there. Yeah, you can go there and they can give you a meal or something. We need more than a meal. We need food for our minds. See what I'm saying? And again, all you got to look at is how the Islamic operation function. Islamic schools, Quran teaching is a part of that school. Jewish school, Torah teaching is a part of that school. We that embrace what is called Christianity, they kicked God out of school. And y'all still didn't do nothing. This has been over 10 years ago. And the church still haven't stepped up. This is a disgrace and a disrespect to God. Because you have the money. You don't have to keep on bowing down to your superior masters in your coalitions. Y'all can break away and get all these so-called black churches together and start doing something positive for the community. Y'all need to go out on the streets, get on the front line, talk to these kids, show examples, show them God. Just don't say, well, God down the street at the church. No, bring God to the streets. Hey. Bring Yahweh to the streets. Bring Yahshua Jesus to the street. Bring the Lord to the streets. Yeah. Y'all preaching in the pulpit. What church or synagogue that Yahshua Jesus go to every week without coming out into the streets and preach to? Teach. Show them. Demonstrate. So this is another part of the puzzle. Not only have the successful athletes and the successful musicians and actors failed the people, the church has failed the people. When you look at the numbers and you look at the revenue that the churches have brought in, you know that I'm telling the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this right here. But this is something that people that go to church, you need to bring this to your pastors. The people that are ahead of your church. You got these mega churches out there, and you only got stuff for your congregation. Come on, man. You got sheep out here on the side of the side of the hills that's lost because the congregation is over in the corner. Come on, y'all gotta get out here. Peter, feed my sheep. Shepherds, yeah, feed the sheep. We need schools. That's the beginning. That's the foundation. And from the schools, you can give them lunch. You can give them information. You can give them something to fall back on in case they get sucked in by the streets later on. But right now, you're not doing a sufficient job in 2023. You're stuck in the old paradigm, and that paradigm is a paradigm of selfishness. You're in the loop. You're on a merry-go-round, and you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And I'm not saying all the churches fit this shoe fit 100%. But I don't know of any schools in my community that if I wanted to send my children or grandchildren to, that they can go to for free to teach the Bible every day. I'm just talking to you. I bring this message in love. I leave you this message in peace. Peace, love, grace, and change. Make an adjustment, church. We are the church. Not those buildings, those $1 million buildings y'all keep on building them. Oh, we're going to get a bigger place. We're going to get a bigger place. We is the bigger place. Remember that. We the church. Christ in us, God in us is the hope of glory. Not in your buildings. That's the whole thing. The government, the churches, everybody invests more into the buildings than the people. Facts, one-on-one.